The next card you have is your immediate future, so throughout the month of December. And you have the Eight of Wands. So ever so diligently, you are working hard, Scorpio. So if you're single, this says you're going to work hard, but this is quick. So who else had it quick? Was it Capricorn? Somebody else this month had it quick. They had a Wheel of Fortune in a certain position. That meant it was moving quick. And it's very interesting. See this letter from afar? Maybe you are in contact with that person, or maybe you've put out feelers for that person that you were interested in, but you didn't think you'd have enough time, and maybe they responded. And maybe you didn't put out there like, let's date, let's whatever, but you definitely put out there like, hey, would they even talk to me again? And some of you did get information from afar. Maybe you're meeting up with somebody you knew back in high school or college, or, you're getting the old gang together. But you singles, something's coming quick. This right here is quick action. I mean, see how she or he is going to like slice that down? Something is going on here. And you're kind of like forcing yourself into it, but not in a negative way. It's almost like you know what you need to do, and you know what you want to do, and you want to go get it, and you're just going to do it. It's going to be quick. And I said to whoever got it, I think it was Capricorn, a similar situation, that I had always been told, if things are meant to happen, they happen quick. There's no time for you to wallow in it or decide or take, 20 minutes to figure things out. But it just happens and it moves. And usually when it's meant to be, like when my career took off 10 years ago, my 9 to 5, it just happened and it was meant to be. And boom, I was there and the universe pushed me in that direction. And here I go. And I think that the Eight of Wands is saying something is going to force you in that direction. You're not going to have time to do the dating because it's almost going to be like a set up relationship. I know that sounds weird, but it's almost like you both are just going to kind of know that, or have you ever met somebody that like you go out to dinner and all of a sudden you're picking off of each other's plates, or you're like trading types of foods that one of you likes and the other one doesn't. It's almost like you're doing a little song and dance together and you barely know each other. Like you've known this person all your life. That's kind of what's coming up for you, Virgo. Oh, Scorpio, and maybe it's a Virgo. And that's so funny because when this Knight of Pentacles came around, one of the first things I wanted to say is that one of you guys had been in something serious with Earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. And it's interesting too, because like I said, I think it was Capricorn that got the quick relationship. So Scorpio, you may be, and maybe it's a Virgo, you may be dealing with an Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. All right, if you're looking to reconcile, either you guys are going to get back together quick or you're going to break up quick. I mean, that's exactly what this means. Now, what's interesting too is it could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, because both of these cards represent them. So whatever's going on here for anybody looking to reconcile too, you're either going to like walk right up to them and be like, hey, we doing this again? We've got this. I know we can do this and let's do it. You're going to be breaking down like some sort of barrier. Like you guys aren't communicating at all and you're just going to interrupt and be like, hey, I'm here again. Or they are you. All of a sudden they're just going to kind of push themselves right back in. Like if you've been weary and you're not sure you're going to be with them, they're going to kind of force themselves back in. But again, none of this is negative forcing. They're not going to like piss you off or do anything nasty. They're going to be more like, hey, I really care about you. I'm not really planning on going anywhere. So what are we doing? The next card you have is any external factors throughout the month of December. Could be in the beginning, middle, end. It could be one day, it could be 10 days. Oh, and you have the Ace of Cups. All right, so now after I said it could be an earth sign or a fire sign, now it could be a water sign like you, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, because you have the Ace of Cups. This is swimmingly with the Fool because the Ace of Cups is all about new beginnings. So if you're single, this is love coming in. This is beginnings. This is friendship. This is excitement. So something is coming in and it's coming in quick that is going to get you super excited and make you feel that love again. Make you feel, and some of you are aware of it. You know that it's coming because you've been patient and you haven't been jumping back online. Maybe you've been looking a little bit, but you haven't been like, I gotta date. But you're also not doing what you're doing for the past month or two where you've been like, I can't date because I got this going on and this going on. This is you saying, I'm just not going to date until I meet the right person, or until I feel like this is somebody I could develop something with. And you're definitely going to meet them more than likely this month. It may linger into the beginning of the new year, but the Ace of Cups is love, beginnings, but it's beginnings, it's friendship too. You're going to approach this differently. You're not going to want to trust me, you're going to have the lust and the physical attraction, but you're not going to want to jump in bed on the first or second date. You're not going to, because you want it to be something tried and true. And even if this is this person that we were talking about, that maybe you had interest in, maybe you guys did have something physical, maybe you guys had something emotional, you're going to reapproach it differently. And maybe it's them contacting you, but the potential for some serious love is coming in with the Ace. And this is external too. So this isn't like what you're hoping or thinking or wanting. This is like what's coming your way. And again, it's going to be quick. This Ace of Cups, again, it could be the beginning, the middle, and the end of December. I'm thinking more towards the end, because I think you still have to kind of get over this hump of, making sure that you're doing everything correctly, and you're going to kind of have to focus on the fearlessness of the Fool for the month. If you're looking to reconcile, this is new beginnings. So this is new beginnings. I think, Scorpio, it's new beginnings with the person that you're looking to reconcile with. It may very well not be. And I think this is what's going to teeter it. Now, we'll see what the rest of the read says, but whatever it is, it's going to be quick. Either you're going to meet somebody new that's going to kind of sever all ties with your ex, or you and your ex are going to reconcile, and it's going to be a new beginning that forms a stronger bond, and you're reconnected in love. The next card you have is internal, so anything throughout December that you'll be feeling. Okay, so you have the Death card, and no, it's not physical death, and this is also an internal position. So this is something you'll be feeling in the beginning, middle, end of December. It could be the whole month, one day, etc. I preface that on both of these because a lot of people say, well, I'm not feeling that now. Well, there's 30 days in the month, so maybe you'll have that feeling one day and maybe you won't. But Death is probably one of the best cards you can have here, because with death comes potential and new beginnings for love. Death is change. It's transformation. It's rebirth. It's coming anew. This is you internally. So Scorpio, if you're dating, or if you're looking to date or form a relationship or get married or whatever your wish or want in your love life is, this is you understanding that not only are you changing the type of people you're dating and the way you're approaching it, this is you, again, taking this mask off and allowing yourself to just be you. If you have dated the prettiest women in the world or the sexiest men in the world, and, they're all about, attraction and sex and whatever, not that they have to be just because they're pretty or sexy, but I guess what I'm trying to get at is if your type has been kind of going after people who, you're more physical towards, or that maybe you connect with on a level of looks and beauty or money or something like that, this is you kind of saying, that's not what I'm all about. That's not what I'm looking for. I don't want to chase skirts. I don't want to chase suits. I want somebody who can wear a skirt at work and come home and put sweats on the couch. And Scorpio, I know that you know that, because it's very interesting, the kind of feedback last month I got from Scorpios. And again, fellow water sign, some of my favorite people, but what seemed to resonate the most with people is that they were hanging out with people that weren't who they normally hang out with. And I think this Death is saying, you've realized that, and you're transforming the whole way you're going to go out doing things. If you were going out to the bars every night, or if you were going out to clubs, or if you were, and that's not you, you're just not going to do it anymore. You're going to change your life, almost like building up, looking forward to this person who's coming in, and again, coming in quick. If you're looking to reconcile, it's either the death of your relationship or the death of any possibility of you guys getting back together, or it's the rebirth. Now, it's interesting because I kind of feel like it's more in your favor. However, there's something pulling me and saying it's 50-50 right now, because whatever it is, it's going to be quick. but you have these new beginnings here and rebirth. And so, but this rebirth is almost saying born again, like your relationship can be born again. It's either that or you are transforming on a much higher level and you are no longer going to be interested in reconciling with this person. The next two cards you have are any hopes and fears from the outcome of December. This is internal, and you have the Ace of Swords, and then your outcome for the month. And you have the Four of Wands. So, it's a very good card. They're both actually good cards. The Ace of Swords is an excellent card. If you're single, again, this is hopes and fears. So this is internally what you're figuring out or understanding at the end of December. And the Ace says, look, you've got clarity. The power is in your hands. And that's exactly what this is. So this hope, inspiration that you're feeling and being patient and this love and new beginnings, go for it. Whatever you want, you can get if you go for it now. Like this is saying, okay, you've prepped yourself. You're being patient. You're willing to wait, but you've got to be fearless about it, because if you do this, then forget it. Then just forget it. Because if you have this mentality instead of this, which is beautiful, and this is what you're coming into December having, with the possibility of having this entire focus of hope, you can have it. This is you seeing clearly. This is you having clarity of exactly what you want, taking this mask off, going for what you want, changing the way you've been behaving or who you've been dating for the past few months. And the power, this is somebody who has the power to do that, to get what they want, to embody what they want and be a good partner and find a good partner. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like you also have the power. If like the power is in your hand. Like if you guys are going to reconcile, it's because you make the decision to contact them, or if they contact you, you make the decision to accept what they have to offer. Somehow here, this tells me that you were the one who may have been slighted. You were the one who cut it off because you weren't feeling like you were getting the right answers or like things were going the way that you wanted. And now you can see things clearly. And you have a lot of decisions to make. Okay, your outcome is the Four of Wands, and that's beautiful. So if you are dating, looking for a relationship, looking to expand into marriage or kids, this is the first completion in that direction. This is the first completion. It's very interesting because you have firsts here, Ace is another first, and then you have the Fool, which is the very beginning of the entire cycle. So this right here, the Four of Wands, is happiness. This is first completion. It's very interesting, right? It's almost like they're building a home together here. And that's why it may be quicker than you think. It may come to fruition once you and manifest it, then it could be something as in the next 2-3 months where you guys, move in together, or you form a really good bond relationship, this friendship, new beginnings, this love. And it may be love that hits you right away, or it may be kind of a love that was slowly building, and now it's just, you've realized that you want this person in your life more than you ever did before. Again, for anybody who's dating, this is resting and stability. So it's very interesting too, because like I said, I wasn't getting any feeling you're out there hot to trot, dating. So whatever this is, either you know who you want to go after, you tested the waters, they communicated with you, or you're going to put more effort into what you want, or you're going to go out about it all in a different way. But I definitely don't see you out there in this mindless, endless, drama-filled, chaotic world of dating. So something else is going on. You may have met them, or you're going to meet them. Again, it's going to be quick. I mean, Scorpio, this is a beautiful reading, because to end this is a first completion, which tells me the first completion out of the dating world. So moving on to a relationship, moving on to, marriage, moving on to living together, whatever that step is, you're going to be completing this like dating cycle, and you're resting. It's like you're feeling stable. And what's interesting is I feel like you already feel that mindset, and you're putting yourself in that mindset, which again gets you what you want, right? If you're looking to reconcile, this makes me feel like maybe some of you weren't staying together because you wanted to move in together and they didn't, or you wanted to get married and they didn't, or maybe you wanted a committed relationship, and you guys were like dating kind of committedly, but not completely. And you were just like, no, it's not good enough for me. And it's still not. So if you're not going to get what you want, I would cut my ties and go, because I don't think that they're going to give you what you want. But if they come back and they say, okay, I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to take it to the next step, I'm ready to have that first completion, it's going to be a stable success. It's going to allow you to rest. It's going to allow you to feel content and feel secure. But I still feel like it's a 50-50. Some of you are in the position where you really do feel like you have this hope and that it could be very good and positive if you get back together. And then I feel like some of you are like, no, a lot of changes have to happen. And if they're not willing to change how they're going about it or how we're doing this, then I'm not willing to continue anything with that. It's interesting because most signs this month have had a really positive, high amount of reconciliation, which is interesting because I think last month most signs didn't, or maybe the month before it wasn't as positive, but this month a lot have been positive. But I kind of feel like, Scorpio, this month for you, the reconciliation's in your hands. Like, I really feel like if you wanted to, you could, and you know that, but you're just not sure that you want to. And if it takes that much thinking, or, you're that unsure about it, then maybe you just need to, not spend that much time worried about it and see these amazing potentials for love. Because if you think about it, a lot of these readings, when I'm doing reconciliation, it's basically, let's see what that is. It's basically, you gotta be kidding me. It's basically single. It's basically single status as well, right? Because if you're not in a relationship, you're technically single. So anything that's here for singles can apply to you. The potential for love, the new beginnings, the transformations, the changes, the rebirths. It's all there for you. So really, Scorpio, have your pick. All right, so I said, you've got to be kidding me about this outcome, because you realize that this is the same card as this, which doesn't happen often, but it does happen where you get a clarifying card. So this 8 of Wands is clarifying your outcome. This moving in together, whatever this is, even just, deciding that you're going to date exclusively, move into a relationship, not necessarily moving in together, but for some of you, you may. It doesn't necessarily mean it's marriage, but it does mean there's this potential for a relationship. There's that fast. Here it is. Moving fast. Quick, quick, quick. It's like the universe is going to force you into that position. And you may have to force yourself. And I know that sounds weird because it's not a negative forcing. It's almost like you realize if you don't make a move now, it's not going to happen. So you're kind of like having to get over the hump of worry. I'm just not sure. Is the coast clear? Is this exactly what I want, etc. It's like you're not going to have a choice. It's either the universe is going to push you into it, or you're all of a sudden going to get that gut feeling where you're like, I hate to say this, but shit or get off the pot type mentality, right? So I apologize for saying that, but it's true. Like, sometimes you don't you ever realize in your own life where you're like, okay, you know what? If I don't do something, like, I have nobody to blame but myself. If you're looking to reconcile, it's the same thing. It's exactly what I said congruently with this. You have the power. So either do it or don't. But whatever you do, you're going to have to do sooner than later, because I have a feeling either this person's not going to wait around for you to make a decision any longer because you may have drug it out, or they may have drug it out, or you're going to realize that you're better off without them and you have these new beginnings and potential. Again, whenever this happens, and they may just disappear, or you may decide you're not even interested in reconciling anymore and you're going to live the single life, or, start dating again. You have the Knight of Wands on top of the 9 of Wands, which you have a lot of fire energy here. Again, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. And I was trying to figure out, plus, you have the sun, which is like hot anyways, but it could be a fire sign, or again, it could be an earth sign, or it could be another water sign. But you have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is somebody who's energetic, daring, confident. So you're coming out, Scorpio, of this shell, even though you're not a Cancer, but Cancer is a water sign. Hi, I'm a water sign, Cancer. But you're kind of coming out of your own shell. this hope and inspiration. You're really understanding. This Knight is charming, daring, charismatic. You're taking this mask off and you're being that. Oh my gosh. I dated a Scorpio one time and he was the most charming and charismatic person. And he was genuine about it too. Wasn't an act. He wasn't being, like some ego. He was a genuinely charming guy. And that's a very good place to be. And so I think you're going to be charming, but you're going to be charming the socks off of somebody who really gives a shit about you, not somebody who wants to get laid. That's really what I think you're going to find here, Scorpio. And that's an excellent place to be. The Knight of Wands says, go get him. Be this energetic person you are. Be daring. You've got this. You've got this fearlessness. You've got this love in the beginning. It's going to happen quick. Amazing things are coming. If you're looking to reconcile, you've got to be confident in whichever decision you make. If you're going to stick with them, you've got to be confident that it's the right decision, that you've communicated enough, that you figure out, you resolve the issues, you find the solutions, and then you pave the way for a new relationship, new beginnings. If you don't want to be with that person, if it's not going to work for you, you have the capability of the Nine of Wands underneath this Knight. You've got the Nine of Wands that says, I'm capable. And the Knight of Wands says, you're confident about your capability.